Hello, kindergarten. Today in this video, I'm going to show you some math games that you can play at home with a deck of cards. When I was younger, we always had a deck of cards lying around and we would play any math card game that we could think of. I attribute a lot of my math ability to my father beating me at cards all the time. It's a fun way to practice those math skills in a way that keeps your children engaged. The first game that I'm going to show you is just an ordering game where we put the cards in order in the way that we count. So I've removed all the face cards, and actually I've gathered out one set of cards from ace to 10. And what I would do is I would set a timer and then ask my child to put the cards in order the way that we count before the timer goes off. So as they try to beat the timer, they would find the ace, which what I would have to explain stands for 1, and find the cards to complete the correct counting order. After you've done it once, you can change it up by trying to beat a person who can order their cards the fastest, or can you do it in a shorter amount of time? And after they're getting really good at ordering the numbers, you can play a game called What's Missing. So after we get them in order, I'd ask my child to close their eyes tight, and when I was sure they weren't pinking, I would sneakily grab a card, hide it, and ask them to tell me what number I took. They can find by using the counting pattern to see what number is missing. The next game that I'm going to show you, I'm going to use the number cards from 1 to 5. At first, I want to keep the numbers low for this game so that I'm not asking too much of my children. I don't want to confuse them at first. So I'm going to start out with ace to 5. And this is going to be just a game called Top It, or when I was little, we called it War. So we would deal out the cards in half. Each player gets half of the cards. Now, when it was our turn to play, each player turns over one card. Now, our job is to compare the numbers to see which number is greater. 3 is greater than 2. Since 3 is greater, the person who turned over 3 gets to keep those 2 cards. We would keep playing until all the cards are gone. Now, in the case of 2 numbers that are equal, we would deal out 3 cards, turn one over, and on this one, whoever has the greatest number, 5 is greater than 3, that person would get to keep all of these cards. Now, once they're able to do the numbers through 5, and they can do those pretty easily, we can add it up to 10. Now, the next game I'm going to show you is a variation of Top It. It's called Top It Addition. In Top It Addition, it goes through the same process. You deal out half the cards to each player. But this time, each player turns over 2 cards. And we're going to find the sum of our 2 cards. So 3 plus 2, the sum of 3 and 2 is 5. So this player has a score 5. The sum of 4 and 3 is 7. So this player has a score of 7. So we would compare the sums to see who has the greater sum. 7 is greater than 5, so this player gets to keep the cards. And we would keep playing until all the cards have been dealt out. You can vary that game by using larger numbers, so add the cards in up to 10. Or you can do the player who has the least sum is the one who wins. So, I hope you enjoy playing these games with your children and practicing those math skills.